Los Angeles, California, one of the gang capitals of America. LA is home to more than 250 gangs, totaling over 26,000 members. Growing up in East Los Angeles, twin brothers Hector and Gilbert Vordugo were the toughest kids on the block. Foot soldiers in one of the most violent street gangs in the city. Big Hazard.
Wow. Man, Henry.
Good afternoon.
Gilbert, man.
Good to meet you.
What's up, brother?
I'm Henry. How do you do?
Good to meet you, man.
Right on.
Come on in.
Oh, thank you. Okay, how do you do? Nice to meet you.
Henry's come to meet with the twins to find out more about their violent past.
We know you're here.
Now in their 30s, the Vordugo twins have left the gang world behind, but they still carry the scars of their former life.
When you're from the neighborhood, you're deep in gang culture, and violence is the absolute truth of who you are.
I have a 9mm in the middle of the vision and speech part of the brain. It's lodged. The doctor told me if we attempt to even take it out, you probably will die instantly.
So you're much different than you were when you were younger. Oh, you're a full-grown man now, but in your youth, you're a bit more of a hardhead. You know, you'd answer any kind of problem with violence.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think aggression and violence is a learned behavior. In the house that I was raised in, the gang life was around us all the time. I remember the first time we seen someone get shot and killed in front of us. You know, two guys arguing. Gun gets pulled out and boom, 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 3 shots. I remember the blood was just running down the sidewalk.
At first, my reaction was like, man, check them out. Boom, that's fresh, you know what I mean? Freshly shot. I remember the fly going around by the wound because he had a perfect shot right in the forehead. And then after that, I know it was for 20 bucks. Dude died for 20 bucks.
At age 10, the Vordugo brothers were initiated into their first gang.
So when we went out and we went and gangbanged, I was always the first one. The smallest one is always the scrappiest one. You know what I mean? So I'd go over there and fire on some fools and, all right, get out of the way. It's my turn. Boom, heads split. And I remember just saying, like, damn, I'm glad I'm on this team. Because I would hate for me to be on the enemy side, you know what I mean?
As teenagers, they became 2 of the most feared enforcers in the city.
When dealing with people from other neighborhoods, there was really no way of settling a dispute through words or whatever. It was kind of like, well, let's see who's tougher.
I ran with a bunch of aggressive killers, straight up. And I remember we seen these guys in enemy territory, and we started chasing them. I remember them like, oh my God, running for their lives, you know what I mean? Hey, come here! And they were yelling out, Hazard's here, Hazard's here.
It's tempting to label Hector and Gilbert as products of their earlier exposure to violence. But did their genes also play a role?
Their backstory is very, very violent. Their youth, their upbringing was very, very intense. But what I don't understand is if there's something inherent in them that made them violent in their very violent surroundings.
The Vordugo twins and Henry all had disturbed childhoods, and the 3 of them turned to violence at times in their lives. Are they just products of their upbringing, or did nature also play a part? And if they carry the warrior gene, what influence has it had on them?